Alright, what is good, guys? I'm more of a front end software engineer, but why not practice more of the back end stuff? And because that's super important, I would say I'm more full stack, but I'm stronger in the front end, so why not shore up any weaknesses you may have and perform well in a hiring interview? So let's try and see what's going on here. Let's do more of a node style back end. Um, alright, let's see what you got.
Hi, let's practice an interview for Backend Developer. Explain the role of environment variables in backend development.
In back-end development, the environmental variables is super critical because they set the tone of the environment. They can be used for access. They can be used to store variables, obviously. And yeah, so they basically are what the whole environment is synced to. So other developers that you're working with may need to refer to those variables as, hey, these are the set variables to run things locally or host the application. So super important.
Describe a method you use for efficient data serialization and deserialization.
Efficient data serialization, deserialization. One method you could use is basically ordering the data properly and structuring it properly in the database. And yeah, so that's basically how I would approach that. But yeah,
You discover that a piece of your backend code is inefficient and causing performance issues. How do you refactor it?
you don't, you're cooked. No, I'm just kidding. Um, so if a piece of your backend code is inefficient and causing performance issues, you would isolate it, test that piece of the code. Um, you would probably just run it in a different environment, or if it's an API, check the endpoint. Um, if it's a query issue, you can just test that. So basically isolating the error and just making sure you can debug that. You can obviously use an LLM, and you can use any other tools you have in your tool belt to diagnose that issue. So
You are tasked with reducing the load time of a web application's user dashboard. What steps do you take?
So one thing we would check for reducing the load time is checking the latency. Maybe there's some kind of latency issues. There could be obviously runtime errors, maybe an issue with the hosting of the application. You can check all these issues. Maybe a server rendering issue. All different kinds of issues that you could check. It's super important to be able to check everything and make sure you isolate the specific issue that's the problem.
How do you ensure that you are meeting or exceeding expectations in your role?
The most amount of PRs and commits. No, I'm just kidding. That's how Elon would check. Um, so you make sure that you're in good communication, making sure the proper features are pushed, just making sure that the sprint timing is good. Yeah, just making sure everything's on track. All the product is progressing well, especially the back end. This is a back end interview, so yeah, no, it's super good all around. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to either get cooked or not cooked, but who the hell knows? But we'll see. It's taking a little bit, but it's gonna give some good feedback for us to practice. Alright, the feedback is here. So it's a bit disorganized here and there, could improve structure, could go more in depth for sure. And it did pick up on my communication skills, which is really cool. this thing is pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Um, yeah, I did use vague phrases, so I need to work on that obviously. Um, here, yeah, I need to obviously have a more impactful, more accurate response in this one. Lose a lot of filler. Let's see. Yeah, I could improve the structure. So here, what's cool is it's talking about my technical correctness and my actual delivery style, which is awesome. And you always need to keep improving both. So yeah, here I need to more be able to up my organizational skills on the delivery of it. So which is important. It's something that I could work on. So no, it's cool. It's giving me all around feedback. All right, 420. I got 420. Could that be a sign? Tesla's stock price is also 420, so that's pretty prominent. All right, it's definitely interesting things I have to improve, so I will take this feedback and keep going.